Hey everyone! Recently, WhatsApp went on the blink for a few hours and the whole nation came to a standstill. I think we all recognize that social media is an integral and irreplaceable part of our work, our personal lives, and even our family connections. So we're bringing you this topic which is very current and requested for by all of you: how to promote yourself using social media. And we spotted this very interesting social media network called Fuzia. It's 2 years old, and in 2 years they've managed to get 3.5 million followers. And let me tell you a little bit about this network. So Fouzia was founded by a young teenager, Ria Sinha, based out of Palo Alto in California. And she won an award for the most iconic entrepreneur and innovator by the World Economic Forum in 2017. And today we are meeting Shraddha Verma, who's the co-founder of Fouzia. So before we ask Shraddha to join us on the show, please don't forget that subscribe button at the bottom, the bell notification button to get your notifications on new videos. Like us at Facebook at ChetChat 101, at Twitter at ChetChat 101, and at Instagram at ChetChat 101. And now let me request Shraddha to join us. So hey Shraddha, thank you so much for coming to the studio today.
My pleasure.
One of the first things people tend to struggle with is there's so many people out there, so many businesses out there. So what should be my USP? How should I differentiate myself from people who look like me or who do the similar work or have similar profiles as me?
Well, I truly believe that your idea is your biggest asset. So even the simplest of your thought can be a big game changer. I would like to share how Fouzia was founded. Ria Sinha, when she was 11 years old, she had written a book called The Runaway Twins. After presenting the book in a local bookstore in Palo Alto, California, to a group of school children, a 6-year-old girl came up to her and said how she was inspired to write a book too. It was then Ria thought, like, what if the girls across the country and across the globe could influence each other through their creative pursuits. So all I want to say is your intentions for your idea must always have a purpose and meaning. So that's really important to connect with the people. Apart from that, it's also very important to know how different your idea is. You shouldn't rush with coming up with an idea. And research is the key. Research until you know everything and until you develop that confidence in yourself and in your idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was beautifully put, like looking for that greater meaning. And at 11, I mean that
exactly
to motivate a 6-year-old and to come up with a platform that has so many followers
today. So what started back as writing club when she was 11 and now this platform. So it's constantly.
Tell me, sometimes they've done this research and they think that they have this idea to have a startup or they want to promote themselves as an individual, but they don't have that conviction and confidence to go with it. So what would be your tips to them to how should they actually know, okay, this is it and I'm moving?
So, why do most ideas never happen? The main reason is that our own creative habits come in the way. For example, we tend to abandon a lot of projects because of it, halfway through. So whether it is a personal website or a new business idea or a long-dreamt novel, I would only suggest that stay strong and be focused. Once you're passionate about your idea, the feeling of confidence and self-belief is already there within you. All you need is how you bring out or express that sense of confidence and conviction in front of the world. And the way in which you express really matters because it has the power to influence so many people out there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many bright ideas you see there and you say, I wanted to do this and I didn't.
Exactly.
There's so many of them, like you rightly said.
Exactly.
But now let's say they've chosen this one idea, they're confident and they're going ahead with it. But once they launch that startup or they launch themselves as a personality, they find that the market reacts to them a little differently from what they had expected when they started out. So should they stick to their original plan or should they keep changing that as they go along?
This is absolutely very true. There is no one rule that can work every time. So I would say never grow complacent, never be complacent in your ideas. Always build upon your ideas to make it better. When you see that the dots are joining, immediately challenge yourself and the team members to make your ideas even better. I think that's the best way to, keep growing. Another thing that's really important is we always have to be vigilant about the growing trends and the changing behavior in the market.
Right.
Because that's exactly how we have to evolve ourselves. I think that is exactly what Steve Jobs did with Apple, Pixar Animation, and Apple again. So continuous improvements was always a part of his legacy. For the same reason, I'll say even Fuzia for us meant fusion of cultures and ideas, empowering women to showcase their creative voice and showcasing their talents. So over the last few years, we have constantly evolved the idea. We always kept learning from the experiences and the feedbacks that we got every day.
So Shraddha, coming now to the social media piece, which is really what they're waiting for. There's a multitude of platforms out there, and there's a plethora of posts, videos, tweets that come up. How does a person choose the strategy, the platform, and how to go about all of this?
So before you start any kind of online marketing or social media marketing or engagement, it's very important for you to look at what are you trying to promote.
Right.
Analyze that, understand that. Try to understand what are your assets. And thirdly, who are your target customers? Once you answer these three questions,
right,
it will be easier for you to then choose the relevant platform that can work for you.
Okay.
Facebook enables you and I think gives you the opportunity to create your own business page. So I think that has helped a lot of business owners to manage their page and manage their businesses. It works really well. LinkedIn, for that matter, helps you because your employees are the best advocates over there.
Right.
So that also helps. It's very important to use the right analytical tool so that you come to know what's working best for you. You'll come to know about the age group of the users, from which part of the world that they are coming, what time of the day they are most active. These user metrics are really very important for you to understand your audience, and accordingly you can plan out and strategize your marketing. Once you have signed up, the next thing that's really important is posting updates. Because before you start adding followers and friends, they would like to see what is that your page is offering.
Right.
Why should I follow you?
Right.
So you have to give them a reason to follow. So your posts play a very important role. So initially, I would suggest that something informative about your industry, some pictures and videos about your business. On YouTube, you can post videos about customer experiences, how your business is working. Try sharing a lot of videos from other YouTubers as well, which are relevant to you.
Okay.
So that can also develop the interest of the users to come to your page.
Right.
And you should not forget to share these videos and post on your other social media handles as well. Apart from Facebook and Twitter, I think social media is much more to this.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of women coming to Fuzia because they know that from Fuzia they might get additional millions of more audience who can get directed to their websites.
Right.
So, we have to keep our eyes open and be vigilant about the different kind of platforms, which probably most of the people won't be even knowing it.
Right.
But the fact is, they might be a very important source of audience or business who can give you business.
Right. Yeah.
That's
so chat rooms or forums,
Exactly.
specific forums
right,
to
right.
that.
Because right now social media, most of us think only of Facebook, Google+,
Twitter,
Twitter. These are the no
Obvious.
doubt obvious places.
Yeah.
But there are so many other small
Niche
platforms,
players,
niche platforms, which can do wonders for you.
Absolutely, which connects to my next question about getting genuine viewers.
Yes.
How do you get genuine viewers? How do you engage with them? So one of the answers to that question is what you just said, is look at those niche platforms where you have viewers genuinely engaging on that subject, on that domain, because they feel that that's an area of passion or a common interest. But tell us some of your other suggestions on how we can engage with our followers and get them in.
Always start with your friends and family.
Right.
They can be the best advocates at first. And Facebook, to get a lot of Facebook fans, I think Facebook is the best way to reach out to your friends and family first. When it comes to Twitter and Google+, I think you can easily search for keywords and add a lot of friends and followers. Always try commenting on their posts, or on Twitter, always try to give a mention to that particular person. So, this kind of interaction and acknowledgement to other users, helps you to get genuine followers. Because, if they share your post, automatically you will get the visibility to their followers.
Yeah.
So, we always need to make sure that firstly, we don't have to add, hundreds and thousands of followers in a day.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to do that in moderation. Yeah. Secondly, try to interact with them in a way which makes them, think that, okay, this might be a useful page and I can follow the page. And so when it comes to interaction, I would only suggest that give priority to building relationships rather than pitching your product or service. Because over the time, I've realized that people are not really interested in your product or service actually.
Right.
They are only interested in the kind of experience that you are offering, the kind of benefit that you are giving to them, or the kind of solution you are offering them for a particular problem that they are facing.
So Shraddha, you mentioned some time back that through our analytics, we can look at when our users are tuning into us, what time of the day, etc. But picking up from there, it's another question that they could be interested in is, how much should they post and how many times a day? Is there sort of a sweet spot there that they can, crack?
So this is something really important to begin with. 3 to 4 posts a day is something that we should really look at, and it's a reasonable number.
Okay.
We should try not to bombard your followers' newsfeed with a lot of posts because, it will just end up they unfollowing you.
Yeah.
And you really don't want that. Second thing that you need to keep in mind is don't put a lot of advertisements and marketing related posts.
Okay.
Because what happens is, what I've seen is the various social media platforms have their own algorithms to check of what should be seen on a user's newsfeed. Ads and promos kind of posts easily gets filtered out, and probably even if you're posting, there is a chance that maybe your followers are not able to see that.
Okay.
And secondly, always try to post something that is relatable to the user and which is informative and useful. Because as per my experience, these are the 3 kind of posts that really gains a lot of interaction and comments and likes from the users. So they really like seeing videos. So visually appealing posts work well. Posts where you are trying to give some informative piece of article or news or anything, that also works well. And something that people can relate to, quotes and all, where people relate to it, that also works well.
Brilliant. So we've got a strategy on how much and how many times.
So you have to actually strategize out of those 3 to 4 posts, what are the kind of, or what is the category of posts that you should do, and how you can even include your company or your product related news as well.
Integrated into the information that you're passing.
But don't make it totally a marketing kind of post where you are just talking about the company.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me now, I'm coming to the most important question is, there is an obvious slow return rate on social media. So let's talk about what are the different ways in which they can possibly earn some revenue while being out there on social media.
So there are various ways of earning through social media, and one thing that they can do is by selling products. So either a digital product or a physical product.
Okay.
So for instance, you can actually enlist your ebook on Amazon Kindle and then share the links on the various social media pages.
Right.
So from there, people get directed to your Amazon Kindle and they can easily buy
purchase.
it. So once you're clear with the kind of product that you want to sell, you can either sell it directly using Facebook, Pinterest, etc., or you can enlist the product on websites like Amazon or Etsy.com, where they take care of the logistics. The second way is through YouTube. Now, to be frank, creating a successful YouTube page is not at all a cakewalk right now. In fact, for any other social media page for now. So it really takes a lot of hard work and persistence and creativity to build up your following base. But for YouTube, once you have reached 10,000 video views for your channels, then you are deemed to be eligible and enter the, the
monetization.
YouTube, monetization scheme that they have. So there, I think in the website it's totally mentioned. So that's one way where you can see the possibility of earning. The third is through your freelancing thing, where you are giving your social media marketing services. So services like managing your Facebook page, or creating content, or handling contests or campaigns on social media. So these are the kind of services that mostly people give to clients, and this is how they earn, by giving these services.
Right. Okay. So that was nice 3 top ways on how we can earn revenue through social media. Shraddha, you so rightly told us how it's an uphill task to actually set up a credible business on YouTube or Facebook, and that's something I can vouch for. It takes incredible amount of effort to put something out there that people can appreciate. In addition to that, the return rate, the revenue rates tend to be very low. And I think the third challenge that faces people who do this on social media is negative feedback and trolling that they sometimes get, and personal attacks, which could be racist sometimes or just personal. So tell me your advice or tips to them, because they're looking eagerly at you wanting to set up this business. What's your advice to them on how they should handle this?
I think this is something that is a part and parcel of social media marketing. You have to be prepared for it. I would say that just be relentless in your approach and never give up. Be focused. There are going to be a lot of setbacks. There are going to be a lot of challenges. But the only key is just keep going. Try to come up with alternative ways if you see that your first way is not working well. So try plan B. Always have the plan B ready. When it comes to inspiration, always try to read books. Read autobiographies, biographies, watch videos and podcasts. I think it really helps. It helped me in getting more ideas as well. Try to interact with people from different backgrounds, because that gives you more ideas. That's really important. And always never stop exploring means and ways to expand your reach.
Yeah, I think it's fabulous. And in addition to that, if I may, just surround yourself with positive people, because all the sort of feedback
it's all about transmitting that positivity. If you have that positivity within you, it becomes easy to communicate it to the audience who's on the other side of social media.
Before we wrap up the session, let's talk about Fouzia and the challenges. It's just been 2 years, and you have 3.5 million followers. You have a multitude of posts and people participating on the platform. So let's talk about the challenges that you faced while setting it up and reaching this level.
I'll say that my journey in Fouzia in these 2 years was totally a journey with crests and troughs. We managed to get 1 million followers just in a span of 1 year, which is
phenomenal.
Something, very phenomenal for us. Yes, we did face a lot of challenges. In fact, the slow beginning, which everyone faces, we face that too, the slow beginning. We tried everything. We tried every possible ways to tap newer audience and to engage the audience. We tried different kinds of posts, we tried different kinds of activities, campaigns, and whatnot. And I totally give the credit to my team, who are a crazy bunch of creative and talented people. Riya Singhal, Sakshi Srivastav, and Riya Kumar, and yes, Riya Sinha, of course. So I think they all have put in their best efforts in this phenomenal journey of Fouzia till date. We have always learned from the experiences which we have gotten, the feedbacks from the followers and the members, because this has only helped us become better and better. And I just remember what Priyanka Chopra says, always be hungry and selfish. It's not bad. So this is what we do.
Thank you so much. And I wish you a lot of luck for all the passion and dedication that you have. I wish you millions and millions of more followers.
Thank you so much. And I wish, even our followers get the same thing out of us.
And thank you so much for sharing this with us.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks for watching till the end. And I'm sure you have loads and loads of questions about your social media presence, what you should do, shouldn't do. We've tried answering some of it, but if you still have anything more to ask, put everything down in the comment section at the bottom. Shraddha will answer some of it for you. I'll try to help you as well. And don't forget that subscribe button, the bell notification button next to that. Follow us at Facebook at ChetChat101, at Twitter at ChetChat101, and at Instagram at ChetChat101.